Okay, hey everybody. So let's go ahead and get started. Problem number one, there are 5 students eating lunch together. Each student has one half of a peanut butter sandwich. And we're looking to see how many sandwiches do all the students have together. So the first one, we're going to draw a diagram or a model. And let me see if I can go ahead and get to this. Here's what I do know. I know that, let me get my little I know that there are 5 students, and I know that they each have one half peanut butter, okay? And so I'm gonna go ahead and move this down here on writing let me hide this part there. A number sentence, I know it's gonna be 5 times 1/2, and that is a 2. And I'm gonna go ahead and draw that out. Get a thinner pen here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And my fraction, so I have 5 groups of 1/2. So each group is going to be sliced in half. So it's going to have 2 equal parts. And pretend like they are equal. Okay. My numerator tells me how many are going to be shaded. So it's going to be up. I should have gotten my mouse. Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and paint this. And I'll do the red. So one side, that sure is a light red, right? And a little bit darker. There we go. So I'm then it's 1/2. Going to represent 1/2, and I will represent another half, and represent one of the 2 parts, and represent another one of 2 parts. So there is my model to represent the problem. Then it says, show your work to solve the problem in the space below. Well, I want to first go over here, and I want to type in 5 groups. Let's see if I can do this. 5 groups of, and because I don't have a fraction bar, I'm going to use one underneath the question mark, 1/1/2. And I'll stretch this out here so that you can see it. I'm going to try to go ahead and draw this on a number line. And I have my 0. And this is 1/2. Let me see if my old stencil, my stylus pen will work. Oh, yay, it does. So let me see if I can make this into a laptop. And then I have, nope, I don't want to do that. So I have 1/2, and then 2 halves, which is 1 whole. And I have 3 halves, and 4 halves, which is 2, and then 5 halves. Okay. And so now I'm going to have 5 jumps. 1 jump, 2 jumps, 3 jumps, 4 jumps, 5 jumps. And remember that I can always reference over here to my groups to make sure that I am doing my correct jumps and it matches my numbers. So my answer is going to be the 5 halves. So I have 5 times 1/2 equals. And on this one here, let me go back over to my, I'm going to put the work on this side here. If I had 5 over 1, remember if we put 1 under the number, it makes it into a fraction, times 1/2. equals 5/2. Improper fraction, right? So how many groups of 2 can go into 5? 2, right? 2 times 2 is 4. It's as close as we can get it. 4 and 5, so it's 1 away from 5. So it's going to be 2.5. So they actually have 2.5 peanut butter sandwiches. And so I'm going to put these 1/2s together, and I'm going to put these 2 1/2s together, and that makes it 1 whole, 2 wholes, and then I have a half that's left over. So does my model match my answer that I have 2 and 1/2 left over? So it was 5 halves or 2 and 1/2. Yes, it does. All right, let's go to the next one. This next problem reads, and it's so small, I need to go through. And it says that a baker wants to make 12 loaves of bread. The recipe requires 1/3 cup of sugar for 1 loaf of bread. How much sugar will I need for 12 loaves? Oh my gosh. Oh, with these big numbers again. All right, so we're looking at drawing a diagram. So here's what I know. I have the 12 loaves of bread, and I have 1/3 cup of sugar. So I have 1/3 cup of sugar. And then I'm looking at here where, let's see if I can make this a little bit larger. Can I make it larger? There we go, 1/3 cup of sugar. And I want to erase this line right here because I do want to circle that part. Make sure that you underline that unit of measure so that you can see it. Then I'm going to draw my diagram. First of all, what is my number sentence? Let me go ahead and move this up here so that I remember what I'm doing. And I have 12 groups. A little bit thick. So I'm going to have 12 groups of 1/3. So let me go ahead and draw my 12 loaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pretend like they're all the same size. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's my 12 loaves. Now I need to represent my thirds, and I got that from my denominator. So each loaf has thirds, but we're only going to use 1/3 of sugar for each loaf. So this is going to represent 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Is that a lot of sugar that we're using? No, not really. If we look at our loaf, it's really not a lot. All right, and now we're going to, let me type this out over here. Oops, I mean, erase this part here. Back to my arrow, and I'm going to move this over. Oh, it won't move over a bit. Can I move my, there we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and type out, move this over a bit. And this is going to be, I hope I'm going to type it out on the right one. I have 12 groups of 1 \. did it wrong. Where was I typing it? I was typing something down, and where did it go? Oh my goodness gracious, I apologize for this. Where did it go that I was typing it? Okay, so here we go. 12 groups of 1/1/2. Okay, good. All right, now I'm going to kind of stretch this one out here. Wrong one. I don't want to touch that box. And then what we forgot on the other one was the repeated addition. So if you have a chance, go back and do that repeated addition. And I'm going to do that one here. And so my repeated addition will be 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3. Now, how many times I'm going to do this? Exactly right, 12 times. So it's 4 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 plus, sorry about that. I hope y'all got that one. So I have 4 and 4, that's 8, 9, 10, and I just need 2 more to go. Equals, and that's going to be 12/3, right? 12/3. All right. So if I'm looking at this, I can actually, guys, can you already see 12? That 3 goes into 12 how many times? Yeah, so that's going to equal, oops, didn't mean to pick one. So this is going to be, let me write out 12. Let's erase this part. Go back to it. This is going to equal, remember, it's going to be 12/1. Let me see if I can move this. Oh, I didn't have it. Okay, so this will be 12/3. 3 goes into 12 how many times? 4 times. Will this match? If I have 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, and I needed 4 holes, look at this. If I wrap this around, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, colors, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, and 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. Go ahead and switch that other color. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. So how many groups do I have? Yeah, I have 4 groups. So is this a true statement that 1 and 1/12 or 3 equals 4 groups? And then if you were to do that on a number line, I don't know, for some reason I've lost space. I'm going to go ahead and put out and do thirds, and it'll just go all up to 12/3 because I'm skip counting by 1/3. I'll start with 0, and it'll be 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, which is 1 whole, and you'll go to 4/3, 5/3, 6/3, It'll let me go through this whole thing. That won't let me continue. You'll go all the way up to 12 thirds and then show your 12 jumps. And here, when you see this right here is 1, and then you're going to get up to 6, 7, 8, 9 thirds. This is 2, because 3 goes into 6 2 times. And this is not letting me continue because it's I don't have enough room. So you should have enough space. If you don't, write it down in your journal. This is that practice that you're needing. And then here you'll type out that 12 groups of 1/2. All right. So it's going to equal 12 times 1/3, and it'll equal to 4. Let's move to the next one. Here it says add is, not add. I can't read that. Let me get my glasses. It says it takes Lucas 1/4 hour to get back and forth from school each day. How long does it take him to get back and forth from school 5 times a week? All right, well, let's go ahead and do it. I have, what color do I have? Let's go to yellow. All right, it's 1/4 hour back and forth to school. And this is 5 times a week. All right, I can hear somebody saying, wait a minute, I see the 5 times. You're absolutely right. So it's going to be 5 groups of 1/4. Is that correct? Is it the 1/4? I have to double check on my paper. Yes, it's 1/4. Now that's going to be my equation. This is a G. Sorry about that. 5 groups, and that's an O, and that's a U. It's just not coming right with. I have an old-fashioned stylus, so it's not working very well. My other one I left at school. Okay, so here it is. If I were to draw it out, that's 5 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to represent the 5 times a week that he travels. So on the first time that he travels, 1, 2, 3, 3. All right, so on the first time he's going to travel, he travels 1/4 back and forth. The second time he travels 1/4. The third time he travels 1/4. The fourth time he travels 1 out of the 4. And the fifth time he travels is 1/4. Well, if I'm looking at this, can you tell just what the answer would be looking at just your group? Yeah. If I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, that's already equal to 1 whole, right? And then what do you have left over? 1 and 1/4. So utilizing your pictures to help you, that would be really great. Another thing that you can do when you're looking at it, to make your 1 whole, you can actually just kind of shift your shading over, move it to 1, and now you can, that shows you that it has 1 whole. It's up to you. That's just one way of doing it, that you can move them and to fill that out to get your whole, to get your answer, or rewriting it and then doing it that way. So that's just another way. You went from your 5 groups, and then your answer is 1 and 1/4 when you combine them. All right, let's look at the number line. With the number line, I'm going to start off with 0, and I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. Oops, there we go, and 5/4. So I know my 2/4 is 1. My 4, that's 1/2. 4/4 is 1. 5/4 is 1 and 1/4. And I'm going to jump 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 jumps. And my 5 jumps, this is what I end up getting. 5/4, or 1 and 1/4. Is that represented here in my, using my models? Yes, it is. Very good. All right, so next, I go ahead and move this up. It's not what I wanted. Maybe I need to shrink this a bit. Let me stretch this out just a tad. All right, and so now our equation is going to be 5. That's not what I wanted either. Now it's going to be 5 times 1/4 is equal to 5/4, and that's where we got the 1 1/4. Can y'all see that? You can't see it very clearly. I apologize. Let's see if I can fix this. I understand that this video is going to be a little bit choppy and not as clear. My apologies for leaving this stylus pen at work. So it's going to be 5/4. That won't even write. Or 1. You can't even notice that's the 1 1/4. That's so terrible. I know you understand it. I just, sorry about that. There we go. Much better. All right. So now that we have that one, let's go to the next problem. All right. Each book weighs 1/5 pound. How much does a stack of 10 books weigh? Oh, no. All right. Over here, I'm going to have 10 groups of, and then what is the amount? 1/5 pound. And on the other ones, just make sure that you do your repeated addition so that you can see the relationship. Okay, so now I'm going over here. I'm going to draw my model. That's not what I want to do. And this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, my denominator is 5, so I'm going to have a total of 5 equal parts. 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. All right, and so for every 5 parts, 1 is being used. So I'm going to go ahead and shade here. 1/5, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 5 pounds, 1 out of 5 pounds. Each book weighs 1/5 pound. So this is going to be 1 out of 5, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 5, or 1/5 and 1/5. This is the books. So how much does a stack of 10 books weigh? All right, so next, coming over here, and I have 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. I think that's 10, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then what does that equal? Yeah, very good. I have 10/5. 5 goes into 10 how many times? 2 times. So I had my improper fraction, and I changed it, and it was a whole number. So for every 5, I need 5 5s to make a whole. Remember, 5 out of 5 make a whole. So I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right here is 1 whole. And then I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I didn't make 10. That's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, I see it now. I ought to just change the color so I don't get so confused. And then I have to include this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that makes it 2 holes. So this is 1 hole, and this is 2 holes. All right, very good. If you're wanting to, you can move those over to fill them in so that you can see the 2 holes. So you can cross this out and fill it in over here. Cross this out, fill it in here. Cross this one out, fill it in here. Cross this one out. 3. I see what I did. I'm going to change that. You see what I did? I included something that was not in my circle. So I'm going to cross this out. And then I'm going to put in this back so I can include it. All right. So now I'm going to cross this one out, and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to cross this one out and put it here. Cross this one out and put it here, and cross this one out and put it here. Now, we can move all our shades around, right? And do I still have 1 hole? And do I have a second hole? Right? Very good. So that also represents 2 holes. Whichever way you're wanting to do it, so you feel more comfortable with it. All right. And last but not least, our number sentence is going to be 10. It's a 10 times 1/5. And on the number line, I have 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5, which is 1 whole, 6/5, which is 1 and 1/5, 7/5, which is 1 and 2/5, 8/5, which is 1 and 3/5, 9/5, which is 1 and 3/5, 4/5, and then I have 10/5, which is 2 holes. And now I'm going to show my jump of 1 jump, 2 jumps, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's 10 jumps right there. And then my answer then, of course, is the 10/5 or 2. It's all of these match, and you're done with that problem. All right, that way that you can get a quick snippet and see it for yourself, and there you go. All right, now let's move up to the last one. And this problem says multiplication with fractions reflection. You're going to complete this table for each. So problem number 1, what was the whole number factor? So let's go all the way to number 1 because I don't remember offhand. It was 5, and we are multiplying it by 1/2. So let me go ahead and bring this over. Why isn't this, did it freeze? Why is it freezing? It shouldn't be freezing on me. Okay, so in problem number 1, it was 5, and the fraction was 1/2. And what was the product? The product was 5/2 or what? Or it was 2 and 1/2. Okay, in problem number 2, if you look back on it, we had 12 loaves, and it required 1/3 sugar, and then it was 12 over 3. And then we said that it would either or 4 cups of sugar that they needed. For problem number 3, it takes 1/4 of an hour to get back. It was 5 times a week he traveled. 1/4. So then it was 5 over 4, or 1 and 1/4. And problem number 4 that we just did, we had 10 books, and each book weighed 1/5 pound. What was the total that 10 books weighed? So this is going to be 10 over 5, or 2. Okay, and so then you'll just need to answer these questions. What do you notice about the products compared to the whole? What's going on with the, let me change my pens here. So this is what you're writing. What do you notice about the products, the answer, compared to the whole number factor? So what do you notice about this whole number and the product? And then you'll type out your opinion, because I don't want to share mine. So something with what are you noticing, not what I notice. Number 3, what do you notice about the products compared to the fraction products? So then what do you notice about the fraction factor and the product? Okay. And this is on all of them. I'm only circling the first one because then it'll get really sloppy. And number 4, it says, what do you think is the common mistake your friends make when trying to solve these fraction multiplication problems? What do you think would be the common mistake in here? Your personal opinion, typing it out, writing it down, and be ready to share tomorrow. All right, guys, thanks so much. I appreciate you being patient with me. I hope you guys have a great evening. Let's hope that I have some time to spend with you tomorrow. We have a quick quiz and then ST Math. See you later. Bye.